Good morning. Today I'm over in the North Pennines and I'm going to do hike up Nick via Merton Pike, 7.2 mile circular route from all trails, and as usual I'll leave a link in the video description. So you can see the start of the route back down there where I've come up from. That's a small car park there, free car park. We're following this track up here and we're going to get up to there. That's Merton Pike there. This route for some reason doesn't actually go to the trig point, so we'll have to do a little bit of it out and back. Might add an extra half mile or something on, but I don't mind that. And how's that for a sunrise? That looks absolutely brilliant. So I've decided to do this one anti-clockwise. The original route has you going around that way and then you would hit Merton Pike at the end. I've took the advice of some of the comments in the review section and I've decided to do it anti-clockwise. So we'll hit the big one first and then it'll be on a hike up Nick after that. Absolutely unbelievable. Melfell there. I love the Pennines. I'll just give you a bit of background on this one. So hike up Nick, it's a U-shaped glacial valley and it's been left over from the last ice age about 20,000 years ago. When Wainwright saw it, he said it was one of England's finest natural features, and to be honest, outside of the lakes, it's probably the most impressive thing I've seen when I've been out walking. It'll be my third time up here and third different route. So the first time I came up, I came from Cowgreen Reservoir, 15 mile out and back, and then the second time I did it, I started at Dufton, which is the classic horseshoe most people do when they come up the hike up Nick around the Peeping Hill. But 99% of YouTubers who do hike up Nick will do it from Dufton, and I've already got something planned for Dufton a bit further down the line, so I'm going to get over there anyway. And then I came across this Merton Pike route, and it's a big old lump. It's not quite mountain elevation, but it's just under, and on my channel I try and do things a little bit different. If there's something new I can climb, a different route, I didn't mind giving it a shot. So the anti-clockwise route has got you snaking around there, I don't know if you can just see, and we're going to do the out and back, and I'm not going to lie, it's a bit further than I thought. That might add a good mile or so on, but we climb the peaks. What a day! What a day to be on the hills. She's a steep old conical looking thing. Ordnance survey trig point, Merton Pike, 1,949 feet. Not quite a mountain, but a fucking good climb, I'll give you that. Very windy. Look at the views. Dufton Pike there, over to Crossvale where we were not too long ago. I'm right up in the clouds here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! In the words of MC Stretch, atmosphere. If you're doing this route, do that. Tag that trig point. That was absolutely brilliant up there. Well worth a little bit out and back. I came across a channel I've been enjoying watching for the past few days called the Great Raimondo Outdoors. And you know what? The bloke's a breath of fresh air, because some of the local content creators lately, the shit they have been putting out, it's fucking garbage. I'm new to this game, but dear me, cringy, scripted bollocks. So to come across a genuine fella like Ray, who knows his shit in the camping world, it's refreshing. If you like my channel, I'd imagine you love his. Obviously I'm a hiking channel, but I do enjoy watching the camping lads do their thing, and there's a few of them I watch from the local area. So massive respect for you, and keep up the good work, mate. I'm looking forward to the next one. Well, we are clagged right in up here, spitting onto rain a little, but we'll persevere. We've just got like this big wall of cloud here, with the sun just poking his little ear out. It's never going to burn through something that thick. Never mind. Still lovely though. It just shows, man, you didn't need a perfectly clear day to get like fucking epic views. I kind of prefer it with the cloud and that. I mean, that's class, man. We're right up in the fucking God's ear, man. So there you go. That's how fast it changes when you get above 2,000 feet mountain elevation. Clagged right in. That's why you must have GPS or map reading skills, because you can barely see in front of you, to be totally honest. I can't make any of the peaks out over there anymore. I can't see jack shit over there. It's as black as a witch's cauldron. So cloud walker. There you go, chaps. Right off course, Mr. Left Turn back here. That's how easy it happens over here. So I'm back on now. See, I was just heading off into that cloudy abyss over there. Just dropped down the side of this little bit hill here. And what a respite, man, because that wind's just been battering me. Back in the clag. It's like being on a different planet sometimes when you come up to these places. I've been going for about a mile and a half in this. I don't think we're going to get any views of the Nick, like. This approach here should be the centrepiece of the video, but as you can see, it's just completely desolate. I'm hoping when I lose a bit more elevation, I might get a little bit of clearance. But this is the reality of English fell walking, like. anybody that does this will know the pain and the disappointment when you get it somewhere and it's set to be good visibility and you get up and you see it's like being on a different planet. But my spirits are still high. So we're at the foot of High Cup Nick now. Clagged right in. Looking like Mordor. Looking dramatic. High Cup Nick, High Cup Scar, the Devil's Organ. No, that's alright. That's not too bad. That's dramatic. It's not as clear as I'd like, but it's dramatic. So you can see down into the valley there, when you do the Dufton route, you walk all the way along there, and then a bit what I've just called the Devil's Panpipes, organ pipes. You actually scramble up there. It looks naughty, but it's not too bad really. It's a pretty straightforward climb, but that's as good as I'm going to get the day, like, chaps. Just coming out the clag now, losing elevation. Looking lovely again down here. I think I'll go on for another mile or something, and I might stop and have a bit bait, because I'm a bit peckish now. So that's the view we would have ideally had. Looking clagged in all over, to be honest. Over to the lakes there, looks like their big fellas are all caked. Just sort of make some of them out. Howgills. This one's clear as day. Oh, that's Merton Pike, man, we've climbed that. On the Peak Climber UK channel, I always try and promote a healthy and balanced diet. So this morning for breakfast, I've had 2 Kit Kats, a vitamin D tablet and 2 ibuprofen. as a starter before this, I've had a handful of starbursts, and for me main, I've got some leftover 3 meat pizza from Golden Fry Fence Houses last night. Nutrition is key on the hills. Right, so I've just had to like sideswipe down that evil steep bank thing there. It was neat footpath on out, but I'm down, so I might as well wrap it up. Truly a walk of two halves. The ascent, absolutely class, really atmospheric views. Merton Pike, brilliant little climb, enjoyed that. But once I got above 2,000 feet, I couldn't see zip. The weatherman was wrong again, as he so often is. It was supposed to be good visibility, but I'm not gonna let that ruin me score of the walk. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And do you know what? If I'd getting the views on High Cup Nick, it would have gotten a 10. But what I'll do is I'll come back over next year and I'll do the Dufton route and make a video on that. What have I got planned next? Christmas Eve, I've got a local one planned. I'm gonna take a few beers out and walk from my house over to an area we used to frequent as kids, so I'm looking forward to that. And then the other thing I've got planned over Dufton, it'll either be the last one of the year or the first one of next year before I get back over to the lakes, climb some of them big gets over there. But I've had a good day anyway. Toodle pip.